You don't have to stop talking though. Hi, good morning. Good morning. I'm in the A. Good morning. Hi, friends. You just gonna eavesdrop in on the pre-meetup. We're having a little. We're getting together here in my hotel suite before the meetup, which happens at 12:30 in Atlanta. If you can hear me, let me know. And you get to talk to. We're gonna talk to each of my new friends. Hey, hey, hey. Hello, Atlanta squad. All right, and that's what's going to happen today. We're just going to talk for a little bit. I'm going to say nice words about Atlanta if I if I can muster up some if I can muster up some nice words to say about Atlanta. We'll talk about that, and then we'll get to know the women who are here with us. We've got. Hold on, let me cover. I got this covering up. We can see you, but you can't see yourself. We got Lynette. Hey, Lynette.
Hey everybody, peace and blessings.
We got Nyam.
Hello.
We got Teresa. Hey, hey, hey. Okay. And I think we'll probably have Juwel here in a few minutes, in a little bit. And maybe some people in the lobby who will have to figure out how to get to. If you're in the lobby, say so, and somebody will come down and get you. All right. Who wants to talk first? Oh, come on, somebody.
We all look clicked. Yeah, I heard the door click too.
Oh, did you hear the door?
Yeah.
It might be Juwel. Okay. Well, Teresa, you come here and introduce yourself, and I'll go get Juwel go get the door.
The one who's hiding from the camera.
Look, yes.
Oh, we heard something.
Yeah, we heard something. Wasn't?
It was one of our ancestors
Say
who's
click.
happy that we're here.
Yeah, that's it.
She said,
Let me in the
"Let
room. My sisters.
All right, all right. Let's see. I didn't look at the positioning of this. How are we doing here?
I guess I can move over.
Come on over. Get closer.
Get closer.
Yeah. Okay. Good morning. So who's here?
Oh man, that camera puts some weight on you, don't it?
Girl, yes. It's definitely the camera. I know that for a fact. Okay. Sarah and High Vibe, Geraldine, Princess Umi, Ellen. Hi guys. How's
Hey
everybody?
guys.
Hey Diamond. Hey Delene. Hey everybody. Hey Arlene. All right. So we're just gonna chat. Hi Teresa. How are you?
Hello. I'm good. I'm trying not to be nervous. This is
It's just us. Can y'all hear good, friends? Let's see in the chat. I assume you can hear good. All right. So, did you introduce yourself?
No, I didn't.
Okay, introduce yourself, please.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Teresa Durham, otherwise known as Sabbatical Life. I'm usually in the chat as Sabbatical Life. Sometimes in as Teresa Durham. I can never tell with YouTube. It's just however it throws me in there.
Girl, you know black women love an alias.
all day.
Okay. I am originally from Indianapolis. I've been in Metro Atlanta for over 20 years, so I guess I'm a peach
Yes.
now.
Yeah.
I took a sabbatical back in 2021.
Okay.
I actually quit my job for my birthday,
Mm-hmm.
thanks to Stephanie and Rashida, and I was trying to figure out a way to travel and go abroad,
Yeah.
and I I stumbled across you guys, and you were saying sabbatical, and I'm like, that's church stuff. I thought sabbatical. I thought sabbatical meant you went somewhere to feed people and build houses and
Like a
stuff.
mission.
Yeah, mission. I thought sabbatical meant mission stuff. I'm like, I ain't doing that.
No, I mean, girl.
I'm like, I ain't doing that. I had to be honest. So I watched, and I'm like, okay, yeah, sabbatical. So maybe I'll take like a 3-month sabbatical just to get me out of there, because it was crazy. Maybe I'll take a 6-month sabbatical. 6 months, it's better.
Uh-huh.
I'm taking a year.
It was a
I
lot.
said I'm taking a year sabbatical, and so yeah, I had already sold my house because I'm like,
Oh, had you?
my spirit was just messed up.
Yeah.
I was tired, and it was like, I'm sick of this big old house. I'm sick of this job. I'm sick of this country. I want out. So the first thing I did, I'm like, what's keeping me here? The house is the biggest issue, because I'm like, who's going to take care of it? Do I have to rent it out? And if I rent it out, I got to deal with people maybe tearing
Messing
it up, but
and-
yeah, you know, I have to worry with that. I'm like, I don't want to worry about that. And listening to y'all, it's like, it's okay. You know, you don't have to do what everybody says you have to do, you know. And I'm like, I don't have to do everything everybody says I have to do. So I'm like, I'm selling this house. So I sold my house. I moved into an apartment for a year.
Okay. Here in
And,
Atlanta.
Here in Atlanta.
This is before the sabbatical, though.
Yes.
After you sold the house, moved into an apartment.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, with just sitting on cash.
Yeah.
Okay, great. I love it. I love it.
Go tell the IRS. I hope the IRS don't follow you.
No, they don't. They don't.
So yeah, I lived in an apartment for a year. I had to get my daughter settled because
Okay.
the next thing was I had 2 dogs and my daughter, and I had to figure out what to do with them. So got my daughter into her own apartment, and she's keeping my dogs.
Oh,
So it was
okay,
good because I
good.
couldn't find another home for them, so I was really worried about that. So she actually still has them.
Good.
So I keep them sometimes to give her a break. She's so, I don't know what millennial, whatever, gen, I don't know. She's so sensitive. She's so sensitive. I just need to, anyway. Talk about my daughter. So I got there, and then I said, I'm quitting my job. I moved into that apartment everything happened around my birthday. So it's like I sold my house for my birthday. I put it on the market. I had an offer the first day.
Good.
That was when stuff was flying, like crazy. So 30 days I was out of there. So like in October, I moved into this apartment. And then after a year, I'm like, I'm quitting my job for my birthday, my 54th birthday, quit my job. And then I'm like, clean up the apartment, sell my car. And I made money on my car.
Oh, did you?
Who sells a car? Yes, I made a couple of $1,000s on my car. So I'm like, this is a sign.
Yeah.
This means I'm
all
supposed to
coming
get out of
together.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and now I was on a trip because I had it all planned out. I was going on a flight to France as soon as I moved out.
Wow.
November 2021. I was out in the world.
Okay. So your daughter was anybody freaking out about this?
I don't know. I didn't have time to pay attention.
Okay, good. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, the whole time people were just kind of like, I don't get it. I'm just like, okay, whatever. There's people online to get me, So, and I will also say that I made sure that I had a therapist. I had some therapy sessions set up so I wouldn't be out there, roaming around by myself and then find myself in a depression and nobody to talk to. So I set up a series of, like every other week, I think I started out. And then when I got comfortable, it was like once a month. I just touch base with her.
Good.
So I did set that up. And I tried to plug into a community. I joined your YouTube challenge back then, and I think I dropped out after 2 days because I'm like, I'm out in these streets. I'll do that later.
Yeah.
I'll come back to. I'll come back to.
It wasn't good
YouTube.
time.
No, but I did sign up. I'll be
coming
there
on
next
Monday.
week. Yeah,
Okay.
I'll be there next week.
Sign
So,
on
5-day YouTube challenge. If you haven't signed up yet, I don't even know if you have space anymore.
I do have a little space, vicarious.com/challenge. I'm going to go ahead and get the link ready and put it in since Teresa was so kind to to bring it up.
I did what do you call it?
YouTube success.
Segue.
Oh, the pit. Yes, the segue. That was very good. Very well done. Thank you. Thank you.
He just worked his way right on in there, right?
Thank
Right?
you. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we start on Monday. Okay, good.
Yeah.
So your channel already exists.
Yeah, I actually have 2.
Oh.
I have 2 because when I came back from my sabbatical, and I started interviewing, I don't want to do that. I don't want to go back to corporate America.
Okay.
So I started my own business, project management. So it's I tried to use sabbatical life, but people were telling me, "Oh, sabbatical life sounds like you don't want to work."
Yes, it does.
And I'm like,
absolutely. That's the point.
But I'm here. So I changed it to teresadurham.llc.
Okay.
And I set up a whole new website for that. So my sabbatical life channel is for, when I do travel, my lifestyle, talking about menopause and just lifestyle stuff. And my Teresa Durham is going to be more about project management, artificial intelligence, and stuff like that.
Oh, good. Good, good. Is that the one you're going to work on during the challenge on Monday? Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome, awesome. So let's talk about France. So how much of your sabbatical did you? How long total was your sabbatical? Was it exactly 12 months?
It was 8 months. It was
Okay.
8 months. It was 8 months. Yeah.
Good, and that's a good amount of time. Listen,
Yeah,
friends.
it was.
Those when you're like, oh, I just want to lay on. When you're like, I want to take a sabbatical for 3 months. How what would it have been for you, Teresa, if you had been on a 3 month sabbatical? What would those 3 months have been like?
Not long enough.
Yeah, because did you sleep a lot for the first month or two or three?
I did.
Yeah,
I did.
that's just sleeping time, and then you need the time to do some other stuff. Maybe
Yeah.
you want to go see the Eiffel Tower and eat baguettes and Grey Poupon.
Oh, I ate the croissants. The croissants.
Did you?
And the baguettes, all the bread in France. I mean, you can't go to France and not eat bread.
No.
That's just, and if you do, it's a waste.
Were
Just eat
you in Paris the whole time or other parts of France?
Other parts. I was only in Paris for like a week.
Oh,
honest.
okay.
To say hi, and then I went.
Sounded like there was a story.
Y'all know that. That was pre live stuff.
I have no idea. I don't know. Listen, I can't keep.
Oh, that's why she can't keep it
So
secret.
I'm just
she
like,
don't know.
I don't
She
know.
don't know. But then I went down to. I wanted to explore the south of France because I thought
Okay.
I might like to live there one day.
Yeah.
So I went down to Nice, and then Cagnes-sur-Mer,
Oh.
Sète. I was trying to work my way over to Montpellier,
Okay.
and that was where I was supposed to spend the majority of my time. And I made it over there. I think Sète was over there near it. But I landed in a couple places by accident because when I did Airbnb, they didn't say, or I didn't see that it was a suburb
Yeah.
of where I was trying to go. So, but no, I mean, I enjoyed every place I went, in France. I did have a bad experience where the Airbnb folks tried to go up on price when I tried to extend my stay.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm just like, no, y'all can keep that. So I left. I went back to Nice, and then I was supposed to go to Cape Town, but of course COVID was raging, and they had discovered a new strain. And South Africa was like, "Hey, we discovered this," and everybody in the world said thanks, and they canceled all the flights.
Mm-hmm.
So they canceled my flight there. So I had to figure out where to go outside of the Schengen zone because I'd been there
Right.
for 3 months,
Right.
almost 3 months. So I flew to Tbilisi, Georgia.
I didn't know
Tbilisi,
that.
Georgia. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So let's talk Tbilisi, friends.
Okay.
So I just want to get closer and
Okay.
closer to you, Teresa. So, so I'm on the sofa. That's why I'm lower. So Tbilisi, Georgia the whole country of Georgia is a place where Black people who go there really love it.
Okay.
Was that your experience?
I didn't love it,
Okay.
but I didn't hate it either. It didn't do anything for me.
Okay.
Cost wise, one thing that I learned is, I did all the research, like where can I go and how can I stretch out this money?
Uh-huh.
And what I found is it's more expensive if you're not staying long.
More expensive. Oh, okay. It's cheaper for long-term stays.
Yeah, long-term stays is less expensive. So
Okay.
if someone says, "Oh, you can get an apartment for $300,"
okay.
that's no. If you stay there for a year,
Okay.
$300 a month.
Mhm.
You stay there for a year, but if you're doing Airbnb, you might be paying $1,000 for a month.
Okay.
You know.
Okay. What I heard though is people there are just chill
They are.
and they don't bother you. They don't worry about you.
Mhm.
And you can go about living your life as a Black person and not ain't nobody gonna bother you.
That's true.
Okay.
Nobody bothered me, and
Okay.
they said, and they were all friendly, and of course they just see a Black woman coming in, like, "Oh, where you from?" Something. "Oh, America, I love America." It's like, okay, I'm glad you do.
Right? You go there.
Yeah,
I'll
somebody
stay
does.
here.
Yeah. So, yeah, they were friendly. They were friendly, and this was around the time. Because we were planning to meet you in Turkey.
Mhm.
We were talking about that, and I'm like, okay, well, I'll go to Antalya because I had never heard of Antalya.
Mhm.
So I'm like, I'll go to Antalya and meet them there. But then it got canceled because of the Russian thing.
Mhm.
And of course, Georgia's right over there.
Yeah.
I didn't see a lot going on, but I guess there were some rumblings.
Yeah,
There were
it's
some
not all
rumblings.
that whole region. So it's not far from the Ukraine, and we just didn't know, right?
Yeah.
You just don't know when
Yeah,
something
yeah.
jumps off. You don't know how big it's gonna jump off.
Right.
So
Right.
yeah, I still haven't been to Turkey or
Right.
Georgia. I haven't been to that.
Talk about a place to love. I loved Antalya. I thought I just, because I already had my ticket, I'm like, and I'm going to stay in an Airbnb for a week. I'll just stay there for a week and
I
then
did
figure out
know.
where to go next.
I did know that you went. I did remember. I've tried to block that out.
I
But
loved it. I
Mhm.
loved it. I didn't see anybody. I didn't meet anybody. Oh, I was going to say I didn't meet anybody with a yacht, but I did. I did meet a captain. It wasn't his boat though.
He was on it.
He was a captain of the. But he was short. Okay, there you go. He was
But he had a
short.
yacht.
He was short. It wasn't his. I mean, he
Listen,
just.
it counts. It counts.
Okay.
You can get on that yacht.
Okay.
If he's the captain, you can get on
Yeah,
it.
I had coffee with him on the yacht. We didn't go anywhere though. He just left it parked. So that
On
was
the yacht.
interesting.
Yes.
The
Me.
coffee was nasty.
Yeah.
Turkish coffee.
I heard it's an experience.
I don't like it.
It's an
It was
acquired
like
taste.
you make coffee in a what do you call the cylindrical thing?
In the carafe?
Yeah,
French press.
And then you just pour all the
all the
silk
grains
and stuff, into it.
Put it
Yeah,
all
because I
back
remember
in.
thinking, okay, because he insisted that I try Turkish coffee. I'm like, okay, I'll try it. So I'm like drinking it and just like, okay, this is some strong coffee. Yeah, what is this? Like, you know, strain this stuff out.
All the mud at the bottom.
Yeah, it was awful. It was awful. But no, Antalya was beautiful. It was really really nice.
Did you stay in a hotel in Antalya or an Airbnb?
Both. I bounced around in Antalya. I stayed in an Airbnb hotel like place.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like a hotel, but they
Airbnb'd it out.
yeah.
Mhm.
But it was apartments, aparttel or something like
hotel,
that. They
yeah.
have a name for it. So I stayed there, and then I'm like, I want to get closer to the water. And then I stayed in a hotel that was right across the street from the beach, and then we
Just making sure nobody's downstairs.
I stayed in that hotel for like 3 weeks
Did you?
before I found an Airbnb that was decent, and I stayed there for like a month.
Wow.
So yeah, I really liked it. I think Antalya really started feeling like regular.
Oh.
You know, I met some people,
Uh-huh.
and I would go hang out with them. And
Oh.
the expats had like a Monday meeting they would do every Monday morning, and I would have coffee with them. And I keep looking back, I can see y'all here, so I don't have to keep doing that. I talk to y'all from here. Hey, everybody on the screen, I don't forget about y'all.
But I like when you turn around. It made me feel included. So
Okay.
That's nice.
Yeah,
So Antalya is a place that you would maybe go back to?
Oh yeah, I would go back to Antalya.
Maybe
I mean, it's
live?
beautiful.
Would you? Is it the kind of place that you want to visit but not live, or could you see yourself living there?
I used to say I could see myself living there.
Oh.
I have to get used to I didn't like the food.
Okay.
I didn't like the food. I didn't go anywhere where I'm just like, oh, this is good. You know, I guess I just have to change my diet.
You talking about in the restaurants?
Yeah,
or-
restaurants.
Mhm.
But fresh food. I mean, they had markets every day all around the city. There was a live, and I'm talking like huge markets. Of course, they were selling clothes, and that's where they were just like, oh, underwear, we have big size,
Yeah.
and pull the underwear out this far, and just like,
They're trying to be helpful.
yeah. I bought some, but I bought some because they had big size. So, but yeah, I'm just like, we have big size. I'm like, thanks.
They do. People do that to me too. You know?
But yeah, I had a really good time, and it's unfortunate. I tried to stay in touch with people, you know, as I left, but they just kind of drop off, and I think life gets in the way.
How did you meet these people?
Just being out, especially walking along the boardwalk along the ocean.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes people just come up and talk to you. Like this one woman came up and said, "Hey, where are you from? And I'm just like, I'm from America, and she was from the UK, and she was just talking, and we exchanged numbers and stuff, and we never got back together. But then the woman that I hung out with, she had 2 children. She and her husband, well, her partner, moved there, moved to Antalya from the UK, from London. And yeah, I hung out with her a few times, but it's just like, our communication fell off over the years. Too, I think her boyfriend was kind of like, what's the point? Why stay in touch? And she was like, well, who knows? We might visit America. So, so anyway, yeah, that fell off, and it's unfortunate.
Yeah.
So I'd love to go back and visit with her and the kids and see, but
Well, you could still reach
yeah.
out to her sometime.
Yeah, I have, but
Oh,
just
okay.
reaching back.
Okay.
So that's the thing. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we took 8 months. We went to France. We went to Georgia. We went to Turkey.
Then I had a friend call and say, hey, you want to meet me in Morocco? I'm like, sure. So I went to Morocco for 2 weeks. That was an experience. I didn't like staying in the midst of the.
No, yeah.
Yeah, we stayed at a Riyadh in the midst of it all, and I'm like, no, that's too much for me. But then the second week, I moved outside the city limits in a more modern hotel, and that was more comfortable.
Good.
Then I had my first house sit in Scotland because I was registered with Trusted House Sitters the whole time. I had just not picked one, but they reached out to me and said, hey, would you sit for us? And I'm like, that is so cool because I wanted to go to Scotland, but it was so expensive.
You're checking off all the places I haven't been.
It was Inverness.
Even worse. Even closer to where I want to go.
It was gorgeous.
Yeah.
I stayed in mostly. There was 3 dogs, a German Shepherd and 2 Shih Tzus that were older. But, oh man, that German Shepherd puppy drugged me all over the place.
All over the Highlands.
I thought, I'm like, I was raised with dogs. I'm like, I love dogs, no problem. German Shepherd puppy, no problem. Take it for a walk every day in the forest, no problem. I'm not as strong as I used to be. I had to remember I was over 50, and that German Shepherd puppy drugged me all over Scotland.
Oh.
But other than that, it was great. I was there for a month. And
wow.
But no, it was nice. It was really nice. Then after that, I'm like, I'm tired. I think I'm gonna go home.
Yeah.
So I hit Paris one more time, and then came home.
Okay. Good. All right. And then, so you haven't returned to traditional work yet, or
No.
not yet? I didn't mean to say yet. I'm sorry. I
No.
take it back.
I tried.
Yeah.
I thought about it. I tried, and after the first couple of interviews, I'm just like, no, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. Let me try to do something on my own.
Good.
And I explored virtual assistants and all this other stuff, and I'm like, maybe I don't have to do project management. I'll do something else. Because my thing was, I'm like, I don't want to, even if I'm out of corporate America doing project management for corporate America, there's a chance that I'm going to be worked to death again. 50 hours, 60-hour weeks. I'm like, I don't want to do that.
Okay.
So I was trying to find something else to do. So I started my print-on-demand business and poked around some other things. And I still have my print-on-demand business.
That's why I'm smiling. You must have made that.
My Ease shirt, it says, because stress is for suckers. So I think I need to make that bigger.
I love it.
But yeah, so I started my own business, and I've just been, right now it's been small, small businesses and startups reaching out to me for help.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah, so it hasn't been anything overwhelming, but I could do more.
Good.
I could do more.
Okay, so I'm going to try to link to both of your channels because both of them already exist, right?
Yes, they do.
Okay, so be patient with me. So tell us about, while I'm looking for that, tell us about, there was a question about something and I should have put a star.
Yeah, I should have been watching. I wasn't paying attention.
So Deb says, so you just listed off a few places. What was your favorite place to visit?
The favorite place I'd say was Antalya. And that was because I was getting into, this is normal. This is what it would be like to live here, hanging out with people, finding places to go. There are so many places you can visit in Turkey that have so much history, biblical history and ancient history. It's just crazy. like I said, the people there were very nice. Oh man, I saw some gorgeous men there. Not a lot.
Not a lot.
Look, I had to, not a lot. No, not a lot. But I saw a few. I saw a few that made me go, ooh, how old are you? But but yeah, just friendly. Everybody was friendly there. Other you're talking about Georgia. People were talking about how friendly people were in Georgia, but yeah, they were friendly in Turkey too.
Okay, good.
Really, everywhere. They were friendly enough in France, the southern part of France. There was a cafe I would go to where they were really, friendly and talkative and everything. I think mostly it was if they don't know English, they don't really want to talk to you because it's awkward.
Right. Yeah,
You know.
it's hard. It's
Yeah.
hard. Sometimes people will still try. I'm like, please, set yourself free. Set me free. I can't do this.
Yeah, because I'll be like, yeah, je suis, hold on, Google. No, thank God for Google Translate. Google Translate got me through it, especially Turkey. I remember, oh man, I can't even remember the words now. I knew good morning, hello,
Oh, good.
thank you,
Good.
how about? I don't, they're like, I don't know either.
If you would have asked me about French, Portuguese, Spanish, I could have helped you.
No Turkish.
No Turkish. Okay.
I think the important words to learn. We got to learn good morning,
Mhm.
or just like good day or something.
Mhm.
We have to learn excuse me and thank you and you're welcome. But we also need to learn delicious, because when
Okay.
you eat food, however they say delicious, in Espanol they be like muy rico, right? However they say something is delicious, because when you compliment people in their language on their food, they might give you more free food.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
will give you stuff. It's a really helpful thing to know how to say. Yeah. Okay, so I put your sabbatical life channel on here.
Thank you.
Now, I don't, so Teresa's channel is,
Oh, the other one is just Teresa Durham.
let's get to it.
Like
Teresa with no H, right? You're
Right.
Teresa.
Durham. What's the junior at the end? Teresa Durham Jr. There I am.
Oh, look at you.
That's my professional look.
Yes.
That's AI too.
Oh, is that?
When I
Okay.
found out AI could do my headshots,
It can be
shoot.
helpful though.
Yes, for professional.
Oh, for sure.
Okay. No, it's Jewel.
Oh,
What
is
she
it?
say?
Okay.
Good morning. Oh, at the door. Can someone let Jewel in? Thank you kindly. Project manager, YouTube. So then now working for these startups and these smaller businesses means that you're less stressed, right? It's not so.
Yeah, it's not so stressful. I'm just not gonna get.
Good. Good morning. Hi, friends.
Y'all, these ladies are so gorgeous in person too. So
It's true. It's true. All right. So I've linked to both of Teresa's YouTube channels here in the chat. If you're watching the replay, hello, friends in the future. I hope it's awesome there. I'll put these in the description later so that you'll
Thank
have
you.
them all. Okay. So yeah. So we can follow your. And you got any travel plans coming up soon?
I want to try to take a vacation with my boyfriend. It's up to me to plan it, and I've been dragging my feet, so I don't know where we're gonna go. Just somewhere
He's here in
to
Atlanta,
relax. Yeah.
but you don't know where.
Oh, who? My boyfriend?
Where are you going?
I was like, wait a minute. I don't know. Wait a minute. What are we talking about?
You don't know. I did say that. I meant where you want to go to next.
I was trying to get us to Mexico, the west side of Mexico. I can't. The city
Like La
escapes me.
Paz and them. La Paz.
On the other, it's like right on the tip of
Baja.
that chunk that connects to California and then just kind of comes down. It's down there. So I was trying to get over there, but yeah, I don't know if we're going to make it because there was something with the flights, and they only have like one flight a day or something like that straight through, and
Aeromexico will get you there. You get you on Aeromexico.
I know.
Listen,
Yeah, see, I
I'm so
keep
anti-Delta. I've been
Look,
like,
that's the thing. I'm
all
trying
morning
to
I've
use
been like,
those.
forget Delta.
Trying to
forget
use those Delta points, and it's just like it's painful. It's painful. Delta. So
I
yeah, I
spent-
might go Aero Mexico. I need to look at that.
I spent a winter in La Paz, in that area, Baja California Sur. It's really nice and nice people and whatever.
Okay,
You know, really
maybe I
chill
just look at
place.
Baja then. Yeah, because
Really
it wasn't Los. I don't know.
There's a bunch of towns and cities that people like to go to on that plate in that.
Well, I want to go before Christmas, so
Okay.
we're supposed to do like a week before Christmas. So he's footing the bill, so I just need to pick the place. I need to quit tripping.
All right, Jay, let's go. I'm coming too.
Look, I was like, is Stephanie gonna be in Costa Rica? Maybe I can figure out going to Costa Rica.
Oh yeah, so Costa Rica. I don't get back to Costa Rica until early December. Right now, it looks like I'll be house sitting after the conference in Las Vegas. So I probably won't get back to Costa Rica until early December. But yeah, I'll be back
Okay.
early.
Well, we're
December.
also thinking about. I'm always so ready to get out the country.
Yeah.
I'm like, let's see there's some pretty stuff here, right? Somewhere.
Yes.
Maybe go see some mountains somewhere in the west, somewhere
Ooh.
west.
That requires a
thinking.
coat. Do you have a coat?
Well, they have mountains in Arizona, don't they?
It gets cold there.
Arizona?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mhm.
No, I don't have a coat. I don't have a coat. I don't have to buy a coat for vacation.
Georgia
That's
Peaches
the
don't
thing.
have the winter. Jewel and I were in Target yesterday, and there were some winter coats in there. I'm like, I guess they expect.
why?
I guess they expect. It's a whole bunch of sweaters. I went to Target looking for a little T-shirt dress, and it was all sweaters. I was like, we got to get out of here. I can't do this. I can't.
But it's like we'll buy bathing suits to go, but it's like you would buy a coat to go on vacation.
No.
Well, no,
Oh, you could. You could. Me myself personally,
you don't want to.
I'm not buying no.
Yeah,
All right.
so hopefully I'll have something and I'll post it. I really like doing the hotel tours and stuff when I go places, or the Airbnb tours wherever we stay.
Yeah.
To show y'all what's out there.
Yes. Yeah, that's good. I don't do that. When I go someplace, people be like, well, we didn't see it. I'm like, well, you got to come down.
No, my friend, you got to get your own. You got to see for yourself.
I just sit and talk to the camera. I'm not going around recording a whole bunch of stuff. You're not getting no footage from me. Yeah, Arizona, cold and windy. Yeah, wintertime in the desert is a little like extra brutal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know. Okay.
Yeah, but it's I'm sure it's also beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, so keep us posted. We'll check out. We'll look for videos on your channel.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you guys.
All right. Thank you, Teresa. Anything else you want to say to everybody?
No.
Okay.
Okay, thanks.
All right. Thank you kindly.
Thank you.
We appreciate you. Next customer. Good morning, Juwel. How you doing? I'm gonna check on the Facebook. I'm gonna check on Facebook and make sure nobody's in the lobby. Come on down, Lynette.
Yes.
Introduce
Hello.
Hello.
Hey everyone, my name is Lynette Renee Delby, and I am just so happy to be here with this amazing lady. Isn't she great? Y'all hype her up in the comments. Let me see it. Let me see it. Yes. And these amazing ladies. So
Yes.
peace and blessings to you all.
Peace and blessings to you, friend.
Thank you.
So are you a local Atlanta ATLian?
I am.
All right.
Yes. A couple times I've been here. I've left, come back, left, come back, left, come back. So
Okay.
yeah.
Did
But
you know-
I'm originally from Columbia, South Carolina though.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So you won't take it personally. Did you know that I have a beef with Atlanta?
I think you and I share that. I think that we share that. Low key, yeah. But yours might be, yours might be a little bit more deep because you said that with some bass in your chest. So tell me a little bit about it. So tell me
First, you tell me what you don't like about Atlanta.
Okay. Well,
Tell me.
you know what it is that someone posted on TikTok, y'all. He was going, I think, maybe 4 miles away, and it was going to take him 15 to 20, 30 minutes in traffic to get there, to go 4 or 5 miles. On my birthday, right after the ExodUS Summit,
Okay.
I went.
birthday.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yes. Right after that, I was trying to go to this new restaurant. I'm going to shout them out. It's La Semilla. They are really good. It's a vegan restaurant, brand new. It's in Reynoldstown. Not too sure. Y'all familiar? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Look it up. It's really good. It's worth a visit.
Oh no, I'm not gonna go there. Don't worry.
Okay. So I I love it. She's real. You know, Rashida said in Exodus Summit, she was like, when you see Stephanie, what you see on the screen is really who she is. And I can attest to that. This is who she is. It's been an honor. But anyway, let me get back to it. So I was trying to go to La Semilla, be all cute, go for my birthday. Y'all, it was only 10 miles away. It took me it took me an hour to get there from where I live. I was like, how does this work? How does it work? So that's one of my points of contention.
Yeah.
The other one I would say is it's just been a change in the vibe and the feeling of people. Traffic, as it's gotten worse, it seems like the people are getting more irritated.
Okay.
And so I'm like, I'm chill, tranquila. I want to be, I just want to just be tranquil.
Okay.
Chill. So yeah.
So what's our plan?
Oh gosh, my plan. Oh man. You know, it's funny. My plan has changed so much. Every time I go someplace, I'm like, oh, I want to live there. So most recently, I went to Colombia.
Yes.
May of last year, Colombia, Medellin, and I fell in love with it. And so I think that that's the plan
Oh,
for
good.
now. Yeah, because I had gone to Portugal, and I was down hard for Portugal. And then I went to Latin America, and it's just a different feeling. And like even the touristic crowd is different from a European country,
Yeah.
if y'all know what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I like the passion of the Latin people, so it just fits better for me.
Good. Okay. Do you have a job that means, or do you have a job or the cash that means that you could be there for as long as you want?
Well, you know what? I have my own company. It's called Right Way Consulting. I'm a ghostwriter, and I help amazing people finish their books, write their books for them if they need it. So that's what I do. So it is location independent. I don't have to be anywhere. I can do it from wherever. So I'm wanting it to get more thriving before I leave, because when I leave, I'm not really trying to come back and live here. I'm not trying to come back and live here. I want to kind of like be going. So yeah.
What's the cost of living in Medellin compared to Atlanta?
Oh my gosh, it's night and day. Like I was watching someone's live, and they interviewed someone who's in Medellin, and her newly built constructed apartment is only $450.
Girl, just
I
go.
was like, what?
Try to stay here and get your business up. And
Yes.
Just go.
Yes. I think that's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
Y'all see how quickly she works. Y'all see how she got me. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do it. But that's the plan. Honestly, it is, because it's really, because I'm currently working a tech project right now, but I have to be in the States to work it. So as soon as I find something else that's giving me a little bit more flexibility, then I'm out.
Okay.
I'm out. I'm tired.
Good.
You ever just feel that tiredness, the weight on your shoulders of being a Black woman in America? I know y'all put in the comments if y'all feel that. Put in the comments if y'all feel that. But yeah,
I'm gonna say this. I think we all feel it. You just don't recognize it until you have it lifted when you go somewhere else. Yeah. And then that's why it's so hard for women to come back. Once we spend enough time away, we're like, oh, I feel so much lighter. I feel so much freer. And then you don't want it. And when you come back and boom, they just throw it back at you. You don't even want to pick it up. They just throw the weight back on you. And it's not a way to live. It's not a way to live. That's why we're so sick and so exhausted and so burnt out.
Yeah.
From we're carrying that weight. Yeah. So let's talk about ghostwriting.
Yes.
Can you tell us what type of work you do? Do you have a specialty?
I do. I want to amplify our voices. So I predominantly write for, thought leaders of color. I say of color because I will write for, but mainly it's the diaspora that I love to write for. So I just finished a woman's book, and she is just a unicorn. She successfully succeeded and got her family business over her two brothers. Ooh. So she is,
Succession.
Succession. Yes, she succeeded. She did it. So a little Succession action. So I wrote about that, and it's doing very well. And she's an Amazon bestseller. And not just the digital one, the hard copy one. So if you know the industry, you know. So I just love to make sure that we proliferate our culture in our community with educational books, because that's our legacy. When we're long and gone, someone's going to read your book, someone's going to read my book, someone's going to read one of the ladies' books, and they'll be able to learn from that and to kind of get some foundational educational references and resources.
Good. So this project, when is this project over, the job that you have now?
Oh, it's over whenever I say it can be over.
All right.
Yeah.
And then your client, so I know, listen, y'all, prices go.
Are you talking about for the tech project or for the books?
The tech project.
Oh yeah, the tech project. Yeah, the book is done and out, of course.
But the tech project that you're on right now that is keeping you in the States.
Yes.
You can walk away when you're ready.
Whenever.
All right. And then so do you know, so we're going to put this on the internet, but understand that prices go up. Okay. Yeah. So like a package right now for someone to work with you to get their book out into the world? What is that pack? Prices go up.
Yes.
Okay. But
Today's
today,
price. Yeah.
today, what is the base? What is your base price today?
Well, it's really contingent on a couple of factors. Let me tell you. So a lot of people come to me, they come to me with an idea. They're like, I don't know what I want to do. Da, 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 da. So we just go ahead and have an entry meeting for 2 hours. I interview you about your book and your concept. That's only $500 because we really get in. And then when you're done, you have an outline.
Okay.
So that's when someone comes to me just with an idea.
Outline 500.
Yes.
Okay.
So let's say you're in progress and you're working on your book and you're like, oh, I'm at a point where I'm stopped. So then we can begin a coaching agreement. So it'll probably be a monthly rate beginning at $1,500. And then we can determine how long we need to work, so we can batch it out in a number of months of things of that nature. Now, if you are already in progress and you have a literary agent, then it's going to be a little bit of a different rate because I know what that means. You want the whole book written out for yourself. And so the rates start at $1 per word. So if you have 40,000 words, so it goes like that.
Okay.
Or 20,000, things of nature.
Good. Okay, so let's add 500 to the first 2 packages off the rip. I'm not kidding. Right?
Yes.
An outline is not a $500.
No. It's a project blueprint. So when I said outline, because I know the outline you're talking about, the literary outline is extensive. That's something different. But it's a project blueprint to show them how it can go.
Mm-hmm. That's $500.
Okay. Okay, well, you heard it first. So, so that's $1,000 for that.
Yeah,
and then,
$1,000 for that.
And then $2,000 for
the
month.
Yeah,
basis.
okay, and then just go to Columbia. Do you have a lease? You got a lease?
Oh, that's the thing. I'm renting from someone who's so cool. She was like, whenever you're ready to go. I told her my intentions. She's like, whenever you're ready to go, go. Because I've been blessed enough to meet some really amazing people who understand the vision, who know what it is. So, yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
And do you have a YouTube channel where you talk about book stuff?
I do. I'm not that consistent on it, so I need to be in that challenge on Monday.
Come on Monday.
I need to be on that challenge on Monday. So it's Right Way Consulting.
I'm gonna be typing things.
Yes.
Okay.
But also y'all can find me on LinkedIn because I do workshops for people on LinkedIn. So I talk about all sorts of things about how to properly articulate your brand to your audience. So so you can find me on LinkedIn as well. Oh, it's WRITE.
That would make sense. Yes, right.
Yes. WRITE. Wait. Yep. Right Way Consulting. And that's me behind that. Yeah.
All right.
There's that.
So we're gonna so not being consistent is okay if YouTube doesn't have to be your main bread and butter, your main client getter. But as long as every video gives people a strong call to action, as long as with every video they know how to work with you. Right?
Yes.
I think LinkedIn is probably a much better use of your time. I would agree with that.
Yeah, because on LinkedIn, that's where my clients kind of live, right? Because they want the thought leadership books. They are influencers who want to better connect with their audience. Like the one I'm sitting here right now, with right now.
I don't want to talk. Listen, when you said it, I got a little pit in my stomach. I am so sick of this book. Y'all don't know.
We need to talk.
We do need to
talk about it because literally your eyes are so close to it. Your proximity is so close. You need someone who's going to be able to see the bigger.
Stop looking at me, Juwel.
You felt my eyes in the back of your head.
I felt it too. But we just need to talk and we just need to kind of work it out. Like the old gospel song, work it out. Yo, work it out. Okay.
Can you add your LinkedIn to your YouTube bio and your Instagram bio?
Yes, I will do that.
Okay, thank you. And then I'll drop that later.
Yes.
Okay. All right, friends. I've linked to Lynette's YouTube channel, and she'll link to her LinkedIn on the YouTube channel a little bit later on. All right, so we both don't like Atlanta. We both have been.
I'm looking at y'all in the back of y'all head.
We both had. I was a ghostwriter. I did in my virtual assistant business. I also did some ghostwriting as well. Look at that. We have so much in common. We do. And we're both. Oh, look, we look like twins.
Yes, we do.
I wish.
I told her when I saw her, I said, "This hair," because she was like, "I like your hair." I said, "No, ma'am. I have been looking at this for how many ever?" I was like, "All of this?" Yes.
We have so much in common.
Yes, we do.
both. So I haven't been to Columbia, but I think I haven't been. Can you believe it?
Yeah,
I haven't been.
She has been, correct?
She loves Columbia. She loves Bogota.
Yes.
And I think looking on paper, it looks like a place that I would really love to spend a lot of time. So
amazing.
it's one of my Costa Rica vacation plans, right? I made it to Panama, made it to Ecuador. Next, I need to get to Colombia. I would really like to do that. Maybe late spring.
Good time to go.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
for sure.
Hopefully, you'll be living there
Yes, that's the plan.
by the time. Okay.
Yeah, that's the plan. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Yeah, because what happened was I was going to write a book for this politician that we know, but I'm not going to say the name.
Okay.
And they decided to go with someone in the DNC to write their book. But if I would have gotten that book, because see, for them, because they have an agent, their outline is 15,000. So that's why
That's right.
I priced. Yeah, that's why I priced my outline. But you got on me about that, so you're right. I need to thank you for that. But yeah, so I would have been out had I been writing that book. I would have been out. But of course, I can't say who it is. But I wish I could tell you.
Well, it's okay. It's all right. When you do client work like that,
Yeah.
it's one thing to price yourself so that you can get clients. You think you're pricing yourself so that you can get clients quicker. But what you're really doing is you're telling people, it's not really worth that much. What I do, it's not really worth that much.
Yeah.
When I look at people's prices, when I like them on the internet, right? But I look at the price and the price is low, I'll be like, well, she must not be that good.
Ooh, you better say that. You better
Absolutely.
preach on this Saturday. What time is it? You better. That's the truth, though.
That's
especially
right.
in the literary agents
That's right.
industry. Pardon me, y'all.
That stuff costs money.
Yeah, it does. It does. Because honestly, once you get that outline of the project blueprint, as I call it, you can go and take it to someone, anyone. You can get your cousin if they're a ghostwriter to write it. So, because you're right, I've given essentially. They have the intellectual property and the outline of the book. So that makes sense.
That's right. Also, the book, they want a book because they see a pathway to this giving them more money.
Yes.
It's an investment.
It is.
And it's a business write-off. Like that money is not, the person who's writing a book for their business or for their brand is not scrimping up the money to write that book. That money is coming from the business is paying for the book, and then Uncle Sam is somehow factors in, and it's basically, you don't have to be in their pockets is what I'm saying.
Right.
You don't have to sell from their pockets. You don't, that is
'Cause I don't
not,
know.
it's not real money is what I want to say.
Yeah.
It's not real money to the business. It's an expense in the business.
Right.
And so you don't need to price it as though it's real money coming from their hard work and effort.
No, that makes
That's
sense.
the business. The business is paying for that. The business
the
is
truth.
put in hard work and effort, but that business is paying for that book.
Yeah.
So start off already add to it, and then keep going. Price goes up on all these things.
Right.
But yeah, when your price is lower than other people in the market, it's like, oh, it must not be that good. Or
Right.
she doesn't really understand the value of what she does for people.
I agree, because my rates are mid, because I met someone recently and I did look at them this way. I met someone who wanted to work with me. He's a publisher. And he was like, typically I charge, I pay out to my ghostwriters 8 cents per word. I said, excuse me, 8 cents per word? I don't even get out of bed, darling. Unless we are getting $1.25 a word.
That's right.
I was like 8 cents. So I do see what you're saying. And I did kind of look at him and he was like, yeah, I don't think I'll ever get as high as your rates. So you're right. It's all about the image that you put behind what it is that you do. And I'm good. I'm darn good.
Yeah.
But my thinking is that since people with agents will be paying me X, Y, and Z, I'd love to help people in our community. But you're right, though.
It's a business.
It's a
still
business. Yeah, still. I get too Pollyanna sometimes with that. I do. And I'm calling myself out. So I'm glad we're doing this.
The YouTube channel is the free way to help people.
That's the free resource.
That's the free.
Right.
Okay, that is what's affordable. That is for the person who is that person. Okay, but you can't price your business for that person.
No, that's true.
Because frankly,
That's true.
there's no dollar amount that you could price your business where that person will pay you. The person who needs the free,
That's true. That's the truth,
you
though.
can't. You could never go low enough for them to
No.
pay. A person who wants only the free they want only the free.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah. Price yourself for the business person, for the
Yeah.
business owner who's going to write that off anyway, right? Who's going to expense it anyway.
Yeah.
Right? Like I was looking at hotel suites here, and I'm like, these are business price suites, right? I was where was I recently, where the hotel suites were so inexpensive. Oh, this exact hotel in Cape Town, South Africa was so cheap, was so inexpensive. And I was like, that was traveler price. This is business traveler price, because they know the business is paying for it. The person is not paying for this
That's
suite.
it.
This is not person price. This is business person price.
Right.
Right?
I
Same
like
with
that.
business class flights and all of that. That you're doing when you're business to business. When you're hey,
right.
Kimani, when you're business to business, you price as though you're business to business. You're a business to business.
I am. It is, because definitely they'll get on more stages after the book, all sorts of different things, and it all depends on their why. And sometimes I have clients who come to me, they want to write family books. That's not really what I do, but I do think it is a good thing.
Yeah.
Because I know a guy who writes family books, and they're very inexpensive, like $3,000 for the books. I can't write for that.
No.
I haven't done a $3,000 book ever, and I don't think.
No. That's the thing. On your YouTube channel, you can talk about it. Maybe one day y'all do some, write with me sessions or something if you want to do it for those people. But absolutely, you can't price yourself for that.
No.
Well, okay, let's go back to fun stuff.
Yes.
Let's go back to Colombia, right?
Yes,
so I really
Colombia.
would like to get there next spring because I haven't been at all, and Costa Rica's not far.
Let's go. Let me tell
Okay.
The eternal spring. Which city is it?
I think it's Bogota because Bogota is in the 60s and 70s. I think most of the year. And I know what is it? Cartagena, definitely not eternal.
No.
Spring.
No,
Right.
I think it's
Hot and sweaty.
May.
And then
I was gonna say because I think Bogota is the eternal fall.
oh,
Yes, and then
okay.
eternal spring is many.
Okay.
Yes, but I don't know. Y'all tell us in the comments. Let me say, I feel like you. I'm like, let's get in the comments. But what I liked about Colombia is oh, how can I say this? I'll just say it. The men. Let's start here, just really quickly. The men, you know how men here kind of are always in, the basketball gear and the wife beaters and stuff like that. The men get dressed in Colombia and they smell good, and they just have this machismo without being,
Aggressive.
exactly. But they're just so beautiful, and then they're so kind, and they have all these tribal tats. It's just an experience. But now, what I'm saying is, I'm not saying choose this place for men, but I'm talking about all the places I've been. That's the first thing I noticed. Because in Portugal, they look like Frodo. I mean, no shade. I mean, I didn't mean to say that, but they look like they're just so small. They're just kind of small. They're just kind of small, little petite. Oh, can we erase this? How do we erase this? Let's go back. No, I mean, like little and petite. I don't mind a short man.
They also are tall in Portugal. They are a variety. Were you in Lisbon? There's a variety.
You saw variety? I didn't see one.
I saw them.
I didn't see one. And then when I went to France, I was like, no, thank you, please. Thailand, no, thank you, please. So that's why I bring up Colombia and say it was just really cool. It was a cool vibe, and the food was okay. I've heard mixed things about the food, but it's fresh, and everything like that. Oh, y'all laughing at me good because I didn't mean to be rude, but let's not say Frodo. Let's not say Frodo because that's giving very Lord of the Rings. Let's say his friend Sam. No, I'm messing. No, I'm a jokester. No, they're every man's beautiful in his own little way. Let's move on. Let's talk about some other things.
We don't have to say, and they're not. We don't have to say they're all beautiful, but I do feel like I need to stick up for the Portuguese men because they're also tall. They're a variety of heights. They're dark and they grow good beards.
Oh,
right?
See, she saw a different variety from what I saw.
Okay.
The ones I saw were like, let's go to the Shire. I'm joking. No, I'm messing. No. See, y'all have gotten me started. So you all have gotten me started. So this is what is happening. So let's go back in to ask me some questions about Colombia. Let's go back because you gotta rein me in.
In Portugal, they be drinking their little cappuccino.
See, she's trying to get me.
And they be
to
like,
do more.
boa tarde. Right, and they be like with their beards, and they because they're European but also dark people. They have different eyes, right?
That's true.
You can get a Portuguese man with a dark hair, a dark beard, but blue eyes or green eyes or dark brown, black eyes, right? All different eye colors. True. That's the thing that is interesting to me because I don't know. It's just interesting.
You're right.
There's a. I feel like they're pretty suave.
That is very true. Because I did see a man on the train one time, Stephanie. He was the one guy that I saw. And we locked eyes, and his eyes were dark green. He had beautiful dark skin. So he wasn't Frodo-esque. Yeah, that's true. He was very much suave. He did have that suave, about him.
I would say suave.
Yes.
France. So what I remember about French men is that they I saw a lot of men who look North African in France.
Okay.
Right. Lots
Yeah.
of
Okay.
Algerian and I don't know what else is there. Libyan?
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know. Lots of North
Mhm.
African looking men in Paris with the French, bonjour, ma jolie.
Yeah.
Like, oui,
papi.
Yeah.
Oui. Well, good. Okay. Well, I'm glad. So we're off Lord of the Rings.
Angela said, but the men in Morocco. So in
Oh,
Morocco,
I'm sure.
Morocco had a teeth problem.
Oh.
I don't think it was a height problem. It was a grill situation in Morocco. It was unfortunate.
Okay. I met a man from Morocco when I was in Boston one time. He was beautiful. I just stared at him. So I agree with you, sister. There, he was tall, lean, and let me just say this: a man can be attractive if he isn't tall, but that's kind of the preference, because we're near the same
We're
age.
as average
Yeah.
women. As
So-
two average women.
Yes. But I feel bad. Y'all don't come for me in the comments in the future about this. So let's move on. Cause see, I like to make people laugh. So if you do that, it's gonna bring out more. So let's stay on task.
All right. So we covered. Okay. So we covered that we're going to be in Colombia sometime in the
Yes.
springtime.
Yes.
All right, and that you'll be living there by then.
Yes.
What else do you need to clear up in Atlanta before you go? The house, the job, anything else?
Nothing.
Okay, good.
That's it. Like I'm really a free agent. It's just time for me to just step and to launch. And that's why I went to ExodUS Summit because, and this is just a plug really quickly, y'all. This is my first time ever going. And because I'd known about you and Rashida before, and I'd seen you all in different lives and things. This was my first time going, and I joined for the camaraderie and the sisterhood, So it was really, really cool. And I want to commend you because what you and Rashida show, it trickles into your organization.
That's right.
So that's really, really, really cool. So I went to ExodUS Summit to kind of get that plan together,
Good.
to get everything so I could go ahead and leave. It's just, again, it's just really for me, I need that consistency in that revenue, and then I will go.
Good. All right. So get on. So yes to you. Get on people's platforms
Yes.
as a special guest. Right. Get on people's platforms. Move people into being your client. Talk at conferences and stuff. Your people are there. Your
Yes.
clients are there.
They are.
Yeah.
They are. And that's what I'm wanting to do more outreach because I really was like, I want to tell everyone's story, but I can't. I have to tell the person's story who's right for me,
That's right.
the story who needs to be told.
And the
So,
person
yeah.
who can pay you.
That's it. So
Yeah.
that's
Good. Okay. Let's go back to bashing Atlanta.
Uh-oh. You got to get me trouble. Look, see, you got to get me in trouble. But I love the black excellence of Atlanta because there's all the plays. My gynecologist is a black. Yeah, come on. My gynecologist is a sister. My optometrist was a black man when I used to go. I haven't been in a while. My dentist, no, not good.
Come on
I'm
in.
not participating.
Jewel
in that.
loves Atlanta.
I love Atlanta. Atlanta is every fiber of my being. So yes,
Are you from here?
I feel like this is home. For me.
Okay.
I lived here for a large portion of my formative years. So
Okay.
yeah, Atlanta made me.
Jewel lives in Charlotte. I think you're giving Atlanta a whole lot of credit. But okay, so you don't care about the congestion and the spread outness of the city?
No, because that's energy, that's people, that's diversity, that's just most other cities don't have that. That just means there's a lot of diversity and diverse people. I'm not necessarily talking about the race thing, but just diverse energy, a lot of people, there's always a lot of things going on here. I mean, people, it is the Black Mecca.
I think it's Washington. I think that's Washington D.C. Which city? I think that's Washington D.C. I feel like
People are running stuff in Atlanta. Things happen in Atlanta.
I would agree
DC
with that.
has corruption.
okay.
I would agree with that. I would agree with that totally. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's a
And that was for me. Moving here was the first time I got to really see Black people doing things and making things happen.
Okay.
And I mean, there are some pockets where people won't help you, but they're always pulling people along in the businesses and the things that you don't necessarily see in other cities. Like living in Charlotte, there are quite a few Black people, but it's still a very white-run city.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, so we've eaten well since we've been here.
Absolutely.
Oh, food's good here. I would say.
I thought that restaurants weren't going to be nice to us
Oh.
based on the internet. But we've had good experiences.
Exactly.
In good food experiences.
Well, I would say, having worked in different restaurants here in Atlanta, I understand kind of why restaurants are like that, because people do show out.
Oh yeah.
One time I had a party who went outside to get a bug off a tree or something and put it on the table so they get their meal for free.
Oh wow, that's a lot. But is that Atlanta people or is that tourists here? Because it was Atlanta folks. Okay, all right, I can't.
Because I do agree with you, like sometimes the tourists are a little, but I've seen different things. Now, that doesn't mean you should treat everyone or paint them with the same brush.
Yeah,
everyone that comes into your table, in your restaurant, your establishment, they're choosing to be there, so treat them with kindness. But I do see why they do have so many different rules in place. I have seen some things working in this industry, because before I was a writer, I was an actor. So that's why I worked in restaurants, and I've seen some things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just want to give that.
All right, and so we've had good food. You're going to. Have you told people what you're going to?
You can't whisper.
I'll close you in for a second.
It's not a secret. Yes.
Okay, so another thing that Atlanta does have is there's always something to do.
Concerts, a lot of concerts. So I actually came to go to one music fest, and then Stephanie was coming, so this kind of just worked out for both of us.
That's
So,
the one that's Earth, Wind, and Fire.
absolutely.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, Earth Wind. Jewel's going to see Earth, Wind, and Fire in less than 12 hours. She'll be out in the park just vibing.
Absolutely. Everybody knows I'm a music head.
Yeah,
That's dope. I feel that from your vibe.
Oh,
your
thank
essence.
you.
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, it's so pretty.
it's a huge music festival, and everybody's here. Everybody, like all the performers are here. Cardi B, I think Cardi B is still on the.
No, she's
Okay.
yeah, she's not coming. She
Okay.
backed out because
Oh,
but everybody
okay.
Everybody else.
yeah, everybody else is here. And everybody said they knew she was backing out, but she's pregnant or just had a baby, something.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I think something health related.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's the thing that Atlanta has, right? There's always something.
And a lot of it is free. That's the other thing. Not everything, like they'll have concerts in the park, in all of the parks in different areas. So there's a cultural opportunity, and it's not always that you're paying.
Okay. That's good. All right, so.
She's still
Whatever. She can't say anything bad about her food day other than her
It's been
arrival,
fun.
which I wasn't here to help. I wasn't here to help her navigate her arrival. But since I've been here, she cannot say anything bad about Atlanta. She's had a good time.
I've had a good time since I've been here.
Look, that was hard. That was really hard.
I'm just gonna be quiet.
I've had a good time. I had a long distance boyfriend who lived down here. I think there's just a lot. There's just a lot of Atlanta trauma.
There's some trauma she's carrying.
It's
It
a
doesn't
lot of
have anything to
trauma.
do with it. We need to talk about the boyfriend.
Okay.
It wasn't really Atlanta.
A lot of trauma with Atlanta. But yeah, I've had a good time and we've eaten really well. Weather's been great. Yeah, so no complaints.
Very good.
Thank you.
Keep your
And I got it on camera too, so every time she
I was
looking to see if there's
throw
any questions
something,
for
I
me
can
before
refer
I-
back to this.
Let's see. Do we have any more questions about everything? Do we have any more questions before we change guests? I scrolled really quickly. I can't read that fast.
Yeah, I just got a thumbs down, so that means I think it's
saw the
time.
thumbs.
You
down.
saw that?
But
No,
I think
don't look at
sometimes
it.
people
It's
hit it
accidental.
accidentally.
Okay.
I always
No, I was
assume
about to
it's
say,
accidental.
it was the Frodo joke. It was the Frodo.
No,
it was
no.
Frodo.
I always assume it's accidental.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of. Let's go back a little bit. Yeah. So
Oh, see, I got a thumbs up. Thank you.
okay, thank you. Yeah, please hit the like button so we don't get a.
Oh, somebody got me. They said no take backsies. I deserve that one.
Okay, good. Okay, so
Okay.
now we're back where we are.
Yes, it was a pleasure. Thank you so much. And of course, I'm going to stick around, of
Okay,
course.
stick
But
around.
y'all, peace and blessings to you. Hit me up if you want to tell your story and you got the budget.
Yes.
You going to say it?
Yeah, go to sit.
Me?
Oh.
Oh. I'll let your other guests go.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, we got time. Come on, Jewel. So, Jewel, introduce yourself.
Jewel Pearson. On the socials, I am Miss Bohemian Soul. I live in a tiny house, a fabulous tiny house. I'm a 10-year tiny house dweller before they were a thing and people just thought I was a weirdo.
Yes. And your tiny house is where?
In Charlotte. It is, well, outside of Charlotte.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, so Jewel and I have talked on my channel a couple of times. We talked earlier this year, maybe earlier this summer. So there's a full video. I'll link to it in the description. But what has tiny living done for you? What has that given you?
Freedom, liberation. That's what I talk about all the time. My initial dream of tiny house living actually started in Atlanta, but it was more of living in an RV as a young single mom in the struggle. And then it grew into a tiny house once I discovered them around 2013.
Okay.
And my intent was to live a lighter, easier lifestyle from the struggle of young single motherhood, young Black single motherhood, which is even different. And now it is affording me the opportunity to move about, to travel, my expenses are much less.
Yeah.
Many of you all may know I had a medical thing happen December, and I have shared that it is absolutely saving my life right now. There is the owning my home, not having a mortgage, not having that stress of figuring out do I have to go back to work to pay the bills? It has allowed me the freedom to physically move about as well as to heal and focus on the things that I need to do to take care of me.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. So giving you the freedom to move about means what? Where have you been recently?
I've been in San Miguel. I was in San Miguel for 3 weeks. Where all did I?
Costa Rica.
Costa Rica. Oh, my bad. I was in Costa Rica. Sorry. Y'all know my memory will escape me. Costa Rica. I have been, since January, I've been in Cuba. We went to Grenada.
All over.
I've been everywhere.
All over.
Except
Free.
for folks who are watching this and don't need to know where I've been. I haven't been to any of those places. It's all lies. And then kind of
This is an AI. This is a hologram.
Right. I am not even here. Yes, it is so my house is on wheels. A lot of people will move their tiny house about. My intent was never to physically move my house, but it was to allow me that freedom. And being able, I will always have the home base of my tiny house, but the ability to move about, to stay with friends and families and I also went to Brazil. To help family when there's that need and I can be in somewhere else to help them for an extended period of time. Everything that I do, even when I was working in corporate America, was remote work. So that again was as part of that opportunity. So, yeah.
Yeah, free. Angela wants to know. So I've been to Angela's house in Querétaro,
Hi,
Mexico.
Angela.
Angela is not far from San Miguel de Allende, where you are. She says we have the same decorating style. How do you
Okay.
keep from adding more and more and more and more beautiful art to your collection?
Because one, I recognize that my house, there's a limit to space. I have so many windows, so I can't add more art to the walls, that type of thing. But I'm in the process of relocating my house from the location where it is now. And we were talking about this. As you're adding more things and bringing more stuff in, sometimes that ends up being weight. There's some heaviness in just bringing stuff in. And so I remember if I'm bringing something in, I'm taking something out, and that might mean gifting it to somebody, or it has served its purpose. It served its time. Like, I just don't want to add the weight of stuff anymore.
Yeah.
And so that is a constant effort and thought process to make sure I'm not becoming overburdened with stuff.
Now tell us about your jacket.
Oh, my jacket. So my jacket, this used to be, I cut my hair off and was bald for 3 years. And so this was a bald boss jacket. And so since I'm not bald anymore, some guy was confused as to why it said something, it said bald boss on the back. So I collected some patches and some t-shirts. Let me show you on the back. And redid my jacket. Can you see the back?
Black women are
And so I redid my jacket. So it is a walking billboard, because I feel like, especially in the area where I live in a rural area, I always need them to know I'm blackity black, and they might not want to mess with me because I'm real black.
Yes. Yeah. Plus, it helps there are different ways to so Angela's question about how do you not keep adding art and art and art? You can, there are ways to keep adding to and collecting things without it being things, right?
Yeah.
So patches on a jacket
Absolutely.
also count as art
Absolutely.
if you say it's
Absolutely.
art, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a way to add things without it being more things. It's just more patches,
Right.
more pins, more.
And that's true because I have pins across. I have pins in my my SUV, pins across the top. When I travel, I collect magnets. I don't collect things anymore. I collect magnets. And I might give somebody, like if there's something I really, really just adore, I might try to get somebody else to buy it so I can see it in their house or as part of their decor. But yeah, not overburdening myself with stuff.
Good. All right. So where do you want to travel to in the near future?
We're going to Vietnam, and yes. Oh, and Cartagena. So when you go to Cartagena, I love Cartagena.
Okay.
So when you go to Colombia, I want to go to Cartagena.
Okay.
I want to go to Guadalajara. I got to check out Querétaro.
Angela, she's coming.
And then probably back to San Miguel. Like I kind of fell in love with San Miguel, and Panama is always my place. So place is warm because I don't really. I got to move my. Round girls invest too. Said Juwel, ain't what you want. Hey D. I got to focus on moving my house, but as soon as I can start moving about again, I'm always trying to go somewhere warm because I don't do winter.
So Juwel went to San Miguel de Allende, Mexico. And the first message I got from Juwel, so I was like, she's gonna love it. It's just beautiful. It's just really pretty, right? Some places just on the outside they just look so nice. So I was like, she's gonna like it there. The first message I got from Juwel, I was like, oh, she lives there now. What happened? What happened in Querétaro, Juwel?
In San Miguel.
In San Miguel, yeah.
Are you talking about City Market? I went and fell in love with a grocery store. And I don't even like going to the grocery store. I don't know what happened. I don't even know who I became. I went to the grocery store like at least 5 or 6 times, and I was there for 3 weeks. I just went in the grocery store and was touching stuff and looking at stuff. I have never been to a grocery store that had a bougie dress-up restaurant. It has 2 bars, a gelato shop. It has a co-working kind of space. It has a bougie salad bar. So yeah.
Can I travel somewhere just for the grocery store?
Just for the girl, like there was a bonus because I don't even do grocery stores. I hate going to the grocery store, but I love City Market. And then the community in San Miguel is everything. So I took a bunch of stuff that I was supposed to be working on, and then I was out being a social butterfly and brought all of my stuff I was supposed to be working on back home. So it was.
I have never seen anybody literally fall in love with the grocery store.
Me neither. I didn't know who I was.
It was real. I could feel it through the phone. I was like, oh, she lives there. That's just going to happen.
I felt like waving at the people. Hey, y'all, I'm back.
Yes. It's so nice to find a place in a place, right? Go to a place and then find a place inside of that place where you're like, I just love it here. I love it who I am here.
Right.
Right? This is it for me.
Yes, I did. San Miguel surprised me. So,
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Plus, it's just a nice place to look out, right? When you're there, just looking out around.
Yes, the color is beautiful. And the people were so... I didn't recognize, and I was telling you this yesterday, the people make eye contact and they smile and they say good morning. Everywhere else I've traveled, I haven't felt uncomfortable, but that was like one of the first places where people actually were welcoming and wanted to engage with you, and that was a different thing too.
Yeah. The people in Mexico, they're really good people, and they really like Black people, right? So San Miguel de Allende, Mexico, is a place that has had a lot of white people move in.
Yeah.
But they don't seem to put us in that category. They know we're from the same, they know we're Americans, right? They know we're Americans, they know we speak English, but they don't, whatever feelings they might have to the white people, they're not going to treat you like that. People in Mexico have always been really kind to me, and I know they don't care for these white people like that.
Yeah. Dee said Juwel shared her meal with me. I'm never buying a meal again. She said, that's how we connected. Absolutely, Dee, I got you when I'm back. We will share meals. Nichelle is asking, what is City Market? City Market is the grocery store in San Miguel. There, I don't know that so there are some other city markets, as I understand it, but there is not a grocery store that I have ever been to. Publix have been like my top. City Market it puts Publix to shame. And I am not the grocery store person. I am telling you, I am so anti-grocery store. I hate the grocery store, but I went to City Market at least 6 times.
In how long?
3 weeks. 3 weeks. I was just like, I'd fly over there to go to City Market right now. Yes.
I don't know how I've never been there.
Well, we can
I
go.
don't think
You want to go? We can go.
Okay.
Let's go.
Yeah, I've been. So they have La Comer, a grocery
No.
store that I thought was top tier.
It's across the street.
Mhm.
We're going to City Market.
Okay. I didn't know. I
Yes.
didn't know.
Trust me. Didn't you eat good food since I've been here?
Yes,
We're
I
going to
believe
City
you.
Market.
I believe you.
Okay.
Okay. I believe it. Yeah. All right. It's really amazing to go someplace and just have something speak to you in that place.
Yeah. Look, I don't want to encourage y'all to go to San Miguel, but the community there is fabulous. Like, I don't want y'all to overrun the community because it was so special to me. Like, I don't want y'all to kill it. But the community the Black expat community in San Miguel is top tier.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah, we know Michelle. Y'all know Michelle Wedderburn from Casa Elm. There's actually a Move to Mexico summit happening very
Now.
soon.
It's a summit, or it's a meetup or something happening now. And shout out to Tracy. Thank you, Tracy.
Hi. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay. I would have talked about it more if I'd known it was coming up right now. I thought it was in November for some reason. Okay. There's a Move to Mexico summit. There's a Move to Portugal summit happening. Both of those are either right now or very, very soon. Yeah, those are two places that I don't know. I can't imagine somebody not liking it. You might land in Mexico and be like, not this particular town. But you're not going to land in Mexico and be like, it's not for me. I don't think. I can't imagine.
No, there's really
place in
good.
Mexico
There's
being
really
right
good
for me.
energy in San Miguel. And so, is it Uno 1000? I found freedom in RV life. So my tiny house is kind of different from an RV. It's mobile, not as mobile as an RV. It is also a house, so it's stick built. It is built just like a house. The process, the materials, it's built just like a house. It's just built on a custom trailer, so it's a bit different from an RV. I'm not throwing any shade at RV life, but I leave my house, and because of the size of it, and I've added on to it, I leave it in place for years at a time.
So let's talk about the platform that you have created for people who want to or are already involved in tiny house living.
Absolutely. Thank you, Francis. I being in the movement, initially, I felt like we were working to challenge the status quo of housing. I was one of a couple of Black people in the movement, 2014, 2015. And then I realized my counterparts in the movement really just were trying to get legalization for small houses, and they didn't care about if we were challenging the status quo of housing. In my opinion, we needed to ensure that the people who don't have housing, the unhoused Black and brown folks who every year after year are at the bottom of the list for home ownership, needed to be included in the conversation. I realized they weren't interested in that. They just wanted the legalization of small houses. And so I pushed up against them for many years, trying to make sure the right people were at the table. And then I realized they were pushing back and they were really ugly about it. So then I stopped bothering with them and started creating my own table so that we understood the importance of what tiny house living offers to our community, the opportunity to get to home ownership quicker. An opportunity to build wealth in a different way. So much of wealth is tied up into home ownership and land ownership. And there are other ways that we can build wealth. And there are other ways we need to start thinking about building wealth, because land's not growing. And all of us aren't going to have access to land. Yeah. And so that has been the work that I have done so that we can see ourselves in the movement, so that we have a space to talk about the movement. I've had to move my house twice because of racism, being in a rural area, being in an RV park. And that's not anything my counterparts have had to experience. It's not anything that I was even thinking about as I went into it. So making sure that people understand, that we understand those challenges. I don't want anybody to be surprised about it like I was. And so also providing resources for us in this movement. So I just created an app, because I know you're going to ask me. I just created an app that allows property owners to share property that they would be interested in renting to tiny house owners. And so you can list your properties. And then for tiny house owners, and this would be current and future tiny house owners, they can create a profile and they can connect with those people as they're looking for parking. It also allows, so sometimes there's people who would like to collectively buy land and create a community for other like-minded people. So it allows opportunity for connection. It allows tiny house builders to advertise their services, because somebody is always asking me, do you know a builder? So builders, and this is kind of like not necessarily the big tiny house companies, they're welcome to advertise, but this is like the local general contractor who has built some tiny houses and doesn't have a platform to advertise. So they can advertise there on the site. And then for people who want to sell tiny houses there or rent them, if they're Airbnb or they have tiny houses that they want to sell. And so this platform, it's findtinyhouseparking.com. And it allows all of the connections. It is the thing that I wished had been available as I've looked for spaces, as I've been in the movement, and I created it. I decided I'd be the change and create it. So there's that. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes. All right. So I'm linking in the chat. Jules.
You're good. You can multitask.
I have to talk it. I have to say it out loud to type. Jules, Jules, community and platform and resources. Find tinyhouseparking.com.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Yeah, find tinyhouseparking.com, whichever side of the tiny house world you're on, whether you're an owner, a builder, a renter, a want-to-be renter, a decorator, a designer. Whatever.
And this is for tiny houses on wheels. So ADUs, the things that are on foundation, that's a totally different conversation. Okay. But one of the things that so oftentimes we have land. Black folks have land. We're losing our land, like heirs property, where they're coming in and taking property because people aren't coordinated enough to keep the property. So we have land that's just sitting sometime and we don't know what to do with it. So that's an opportunity for making some money. It is not selling your land, because I'm not encouraging you to sell your land. It is an opportunity for somebody like me who has a tiny house that's looking for safe parking. Where can I put my tiny house? That's revenue opportunity for people who have land and you don't have to be interested in the tiny house movement, but you want to support and help the tiny house movement and make some money in the process.
That's right. Thank you.
So, question.
Yes.
So it's cooperative.
Yes. I'm gonna look for Joel's link. Yes.
Okay. So I am in a homestead community. I know a lot of people are looking to buy land for homesteads. So if they want to buy a land and also offer it to people to park their tiny homes.
Absolutely.
Is there was it ordinance, or you have to look into to allow people to park on your land?
So it depends.
Can you repeat the question? They're not going to be able to hear the question.
So the question is, what if you have land and so she was talking about being in a homestead group. You're in the Black Women Homestead. Yeah, I'm in there too. If you have land and you want to rent it to people who have tiny houses, are there ordinances that you need to look into to be able to be allowed to do that? Okay, so there's a couple of things. So tiny houses. So the rules are made by the city and county level, everywhere, city, county level. It is not by the state. It is one county can have rules and the next county, the rules can be totally different. So the rules are by city and county level. So that's where you would start to understand the rules as to what is allowed on the land. The challenge with tiny houses on wheels is that for the most part, most places don't consider them legal. And the answer right off the gate is no. And so a lot of us and I always refer to my counterparts who are successful in the movement and have been for a very long time. They're not asking permission. They're just doing it. And so I don't ask for permission. And I've successfully lived in my house for 10 years. I always say that it is not for the faint at heart. It requires flexibility. It requires you to have a plan A through Z. But my house has wheels, so I can move it. So that we call kind of living in a gray area. And so, most of the city, county officials, I can't take my house right now and buy a piece of land and just put it on that land and they give me access to power and water. That's not going to happen. Okay. So if I wanted to do something like that, I would be finding property that already has existing structures that have power and water, operating power and water that I tap off of. And that's how I have existed on properties like that, tapping into a barn, somebody's backyard. Obviously not somewhere where I'm out in the open and everybody can see me, or an area with an HOA. You know, I'm gonna last for 15 minutes in the area with the HOA. But it's up to you how far, and I always say that it's up to you if you want to be the rule follower and go ask for permission. Sometimes I say just reach out anonymously. You know, you don't have to give them your address and ask what the rules are in that area. Sometimes they don't even have rules, and they'll be open to a proposal where you can say, I want to create this community, and these people are bringing their houses, they're bringing their revenue into this area. They are going to spend money. They don't need your jobs. They already have jobs. So they're going to be spending money in the local, you know, the utilities. They're going to be spending money in the store. So you show them what's in it for them, the with them, what's in it for them. And then sometimes they're open to it, especially in smaller rural areas that need revenue. Yeah. But I, again, don't say go out telling them I'm at 1013, blah, 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 and show your hand before. And then it's up to you to decide, okay, we've already got infrastructure here. We've got well water. We can tap off power, and we're going to do this anyway. A lot of people are doing that.
That's dope.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I knew. Yeah, that was a good question, Teresa.
Yeah.
Put the stuff in place so that you have your rental agreements with the people.
Yeah.
Like do it so that you have some control over what's happening. So if you have some issues, you can control it. You know all of the, you know, the details. People are in alignment with you, but not necessarily asking outside of what your requirements are going to be.
Juwel's YouTube channel is also Ms. Bohemian Soul. I'm going to link to that again. All right. So Juwel goes live on most Sundays at noon Eastern time.
Yep.
Most Sundays at noon Eastern time on YouTube, talking tiny house things and other things. So make sure that you can go ahead and subscribe to her channel now and turn on notifications. But if you're into it, right, if you're into this, go ahead and get the app today. Go ahead and join now. This is going to help you not have to figure everything out on your own, right?
Absolutely.
There's resources there and there's
Absolutely.
support there.
I want to help you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Okay, but what else? Okay, anything else that we need to talk about before we go? So we've talked about what we like about Atlanta.
She just wants to not like Atlanta. She just wants to not.
Talked about the music, the concert that you're going to, and the fun times around here.
Talked about that.
We talked travel. We talked tiny home. Did we cover it?
I think we covered everything.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. Thank y'all. Okay. Save the best for last.
Come on over. I just checked my phone. I don't think anybody's in the lobby, but if anyone is in the lobby and you want to come up to the suite, you're going to have to say so right now in the chat, and one of us will come downstairs and get you and bring you up. But I don't think if anybody's in the lobby, seriously, you're going to have to say it right now in the chat, okay? And somebody will come and pick you up. Okay, welcome. Introduce yourself.
Hi, everyone. My name is Yamaji. I am. Where do I begin?
You can make it up.
I know. It's just like right here. I work a contract corporate job right now.
Okay.
But at heart, I'm a writer, a singer-songwriter, creative, and then I launched a sabbatical coaching business.
Oh.
This past August.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes, because we took a sabbatical?
I did. I worked with Rashida. Actually, you and Rashida were in the inspiration. So I had many cycles of burnout in corporate life. In the pandemic, I was like, is this going to be my life of just being burned out all the time? I stumbled across the 12 days of career breaks.
Good.
And I just like binged all of them and like, oh, yeah, this is what I want to do. So did Burnout to Bliss with Rashida. And then in 2022, I took my sabbatical.
Wow, 2022. Oh, that's awesome. So Rashida's in a wedding this weekend, so I don't think she's here. Oh, okay. So I didn't know you were from Burnout to Bliss alum. Okay,
Yes.
took the sabbatical. What did you do during your sabbatical? What did your sabbatical look like? I don't mean you don't have to do anything during your sabbatical.
Oh yeah,
But
no, I got you.
What did yours look like?
So my original plan was like, okay, I'm just gonna like bop from place to place to place and just move. That was kind of when like with COVID stuff, it was so like countries had different things. I was like, that sounds very complicated. So key thing I did, I moved back to my parents' place so I could save money. And they're based in this area in Atlanta. And then I moved to different places. So I went to Mexico for a couple of weeks. I went to Portugal for 6 weeks.
Oh, good.
So I went to Lisbon, Porto, and Madeira Islands.
Ooh.
Which Madeira Islands are really, really nice, really nice. And then I also went to Ghana. So my dad's side of the family's from Ghana. So I spent some time there. And then my last kind of little bit before looking for work, I went to Colombia. I went to Medellin and Santa Marta.
All right, we got a theme. We got a theme. Good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. Okay, so you took this amazing sabbatical, went to these awesome places, and then you came back and went to work, got a job?
Let's see. So after that, I definitely knew that I was like, I don't want to just go back to regular 9 to 5. So the way I've been saying it was like, I want to figure out how I can make it work for me.
Yes.
So I was like, I want the freedom, I want the flexibility, and I also am like, we can't do this burnout cycle anymore. So, so I've been doing contract work jobs. I work in products management, so doing contract stuff, and then so I worked a contract for like 9 months, and then I did another little sabbatical, and then I went to Paris and London, and Ghana again, and then I'm in a current another contract, but then I started in 2024 figuring out how do I start a business so that I can. So I can like have the freedom and flexibility, and honestly, so that I can also heal. Like, I think work has been really traumatic for me. And so I was like, I want to create something that is really built on my thriving and that isn't about like just trying to survive, but that's from like my deepest gifts. And that's also about creating a life that's sustainable.
That's right. That's right. Wonderful. Wonderful. So what's your coaching business called?
I don't know. I mean, it's just my name, Yamaji. Yamaji.com.
Okay. Do you have a YouTube channel?
I don't. Well, actually, I do. It's not very active. She Speaks Softly is like my artist brand.
Oh, I know your name. Okay. Okay.
So I'm on a lot of like I'm on Instagram. She Speaks Softly.
Wait. I'm sorry. We're still live. Don't worry. I'm just pushing the wrong buttons. Okay. So.
Yeah, just She Speaks Softly.
On YouTube or on
YouTube,
Instagram?
I also have She Speaks Softly. Yeah. But I haven't been as active because it's like I'm across a lot of different platforms. Yeah. I'm on LinkedIn, on Instagram, on Facebook, and so I think
Words and Music.
That's the one. That's the one. Yeah. And I'm on Substack as well. If there are any Substack folks.
What's your Substack about? Substack is your newsletter. What's that about?
My Substack is about it's about life and culture and a lot about identity.
Okay.
So my mom is from Kenya, my dad is from Ghana. We moved around a lot when I was a kid. And so if folks are familiar with the term third culture kid, so I've always kind of had a lot of identity angst of kind of like, where do I fit? And so I write a lot about, identity, culture, meaning, and yeah, those are kind of a lot of the themes that I write about.
Good. I know. I'm sorry. I know it's distracting to have.
No. I know. It's like it's hard to like
just want to get it on here.
But yeah, and so there are a lot of ties. A lot of too also starting the business is to give me more space to do my creative work because
Yeah. Okay. Good.
it was just very hard, you know, when you're working 40 to 60 hours a week to, at least for me, like I always felt like just so exhausted that I didn't feel like I could really dive into writing and music in the way that I wanted to. And so I was like, let me create the way that I want.
Yeah.
And so yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Good. Can people buy music from you now?
They cannot. You can subscribe to my Substack.
Okay. Okay.
I'm just about to turn on paid subscriptions.
Okay.
But it's there's also a free option as well. They can subscribe to my Substack.
Good. Okay. Good. Are you making music? I know, I understand the business is so that you have time to make the music, but are you making music now? Are you doing things?
I do. I share stuff on my Substack is mostly like where I share it. So as part of my sabbatical, I took like a music production class. So started learning that, which has been really fun. So I blend my writing and my music. So it'll kind of be, I guess I'm still trying to define the term for like musical essays. So it'll like be my writing, but then I also have kind of a musical score, I guess, with it. So,
Yes, very cool. Okay, good. Okay, so on the Instagram link and the YouTube channel link are here in the chat, and then when you go to the Instagram, you'll see the link to the Substack too. Let me see if I can grab that.
Yeah. So on my Instagram is probably the easiest place. I have linked to all the places, my sabbatical coaching, the Substack. I also have for folks, so I primarily work with folks in mid-career tech professionals, but a burnout reflection guide. So that is for folks, because I hear so much like kind of in online groups, tech groups that I'm in, folks that are just like, I am absolutely burnt out, I'm depleted, but I can't just quit my job. Like, what do I do? And so I put together this guide that helps folks really reflect on what are the things that you can do to make a plan to exit just a depleting context, but like not put yourself in financial jeopardy, to also just kind of start the small steps of healing burnout, because again, unfortunately, like have had many rounds of it, and so how can folks start just start putting together the pieces? And it's a slow process, but that's the intent of the guide, is to help folks heal in that regard.
That's wonderful. I've linked to the free burnout reflection guide in the chat, and I'll put it in the description. I'll put that in the description later. Okay, so we've got Nyam's links here, but follow all of these women in the places that we've told you to follow them. Thank you. Thank you. All right, so let's see. We talked a lot about Colombia. Is there any other place that you went during? Well, let's talk about Ghana. Is Ghana a place that you said Ghana, right, during your sabbatical? Is Ghana a place that someone who has no roots and no connection there would enjoy traveling to and sabbaticaling in, or is it like Nigeria where you need to know somebody?
No. I think Ghana is definitely. I think it's very accessible. It's really safe. It's like super safe. I mean, and obviously, like English is one of the main languages, so easy to get around. People are generally very warm and friendly. I mean, Daddy December has blown up, so like there are tons of people from the diaspora that go in December. There's a festival. It was Afrochella, but I think Coachella sued them, so they changed the name.
Yeah,
I think it's like Afro Life. It's Afro something, but big concert. So if you're a person that you're like, oh, I want to be around all the people. I want to party all night, and people love it. So that's kind of blown up.
You said people love it. Do you love it? Is that a thing for you?
I'm just not I'm not as much nightlife, stay up all night kind of person. So I'm like, I love that for you. I'm gonna chill at home, but it sounds like people are having a great time. So so I think it's definitely worth checking out. There's a lot of history there too. They have the new Kwame Nkrumah Museum. So Kwame Nkrumah was the first president of Ghana. And it was also really influential in the independence movement on the African continent. So there's that. There's also the history, like with the slave castles there. So a lot of folks do those tours. There's also just beautiful, beautiful beaches, beautiful nature. There's a lot to check out in Ghana.
Yeah. I think Ghana. So people I know speak. Okay, haven't been a pharmacy technician. I've worked with quite a few Ghanaian pharmacists. Okay, right, and they always speak so like they love it so much. They love going back so much. It's got to be a place that's just amazing. And my friend Katrina had an amazing time there too. I just haven't been yet. It's just one of the many places that y'all have beat me to, and have not invited me to join you in.
Well, come on, we're inviting you
Okay,
now.
thank
Come
you.
on.
All right, thank you. That's all I want, right? That's all I want. Invite me. Invite me. Okay, so coaching to give you time for the music and and doing things. Anything? Well, no, I want to ask you first about the music class that you took, the music production class. Where did you take that? How did you take that?
So I did it virtually. They're called Beat Kitchen.
Oh,
Yeah, so they have instructors all over. I think they're all in the U.S., but all over the U.S. And so they have various classes, so you can learn music production either in, like I learned it in Ableton, which is a specific music production software, but you can learn it different ones. They also have they also just teach music theory in general, but it's super accessible. It's very hands-on, so in the classes they're small, and then you'll like work on things in the class and kind of share it with folks in that. So I really enjoyed it. So if you're someone who's like, this is an area I want to dabble into, like I would highly recommend them.
good. All right. So then, now, are you considering leaving the U.S. for good? Are you a person who's going to come and go back and forth? What's in the future?
Yeah, I'm considering leaving for good. Right now I'm thinking about Mexico. So I'm going to the Move to Mexico summit this weekend. Yes, next weekend.
Next,
Yeah.
I hope it's not yet,
Yeah,
because I forgot to mention all of it. I'm sorry.
It's next weekend. It's next weekend. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I've been to Mexico and then just been researching a lot. So just kind of in that process. So hope. So my main thing though was like let me get my finances locked, so then I have like a way that I know.
Good. Yeah. Are you a city girl? Are you a beach girl? Are you a small town chick? What are we into?
I don't think I'm a small town chick.
Okay.
I like in a beach and city. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you know where in Mexico? Do you have like a list of places in Mexico, or do you have one place in Mexico, or do you not want to share that on the internet?
Oh no, that's fine. I mean,
sometimes I forget that
I know.
people keep things private.
I know. Right now I'm thinking Mexico City.
Okay.
Yeah. I just think there's so much like art and culture there, and there's a lot of opportunity.
Mexico City is the Atlanta of Mexico. No, it's not. It's not. It's a fantastic city.
Under the bus.
I really, that was a compliment, because I really, really like Mexico City. I really like, so that was me trying to be complimentary to it.
They got good internet.
Huh?
They got good internet. in Mexico
Oh, no.
City.
Mexico City. Okay, so no, Mexico City is not the Atlanta of. They have good internet. They have good internet in Mexico City. Okay. Yeah, Mexico City. It's another place where if you like cities, you're going to like Mexico City, right? It's just a matter of, what neighborhood do you want to be in, but you're going to like it. Yeah, it's a fantastic place. And then there's such a good community of Black women there. So you can have Black women friends, you can have local friends. It's a fantastic place to pick. And Mexico makes it easy. Mexico's a bigger country than we think. I think Mexico is bigger than we think it is. But it's easy to get from place to place. You can get on a cheap flight from one place to another. It's not like flying from Mexico City to Puerto Vallarta is like flying from DC to Texas.
Wow.
Right? DC to Houston. But it's not priced like a DC to Houston flight, right? So if they make it's easier to get around inside of Mexico as well. So
you can do the buses too. I was proud. I did a bus from Mexico City to Oaxaca City.
Yeah.
Her face said how I felt.
I really love the buses in Mexico. They're luxury. They're luxury. the Greyhound equivalent in Mexico is like luxury.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, it was pretty comfortable, and it was really cool to see the countryside through the window. It was nice.
The bus from either Mexico City or Querétaro into San Miguel, I always forget the name of it, but it's a double-decker bus, and one row is two seats, and one row is one seat. You can get a whole row to yourself on that bus. And if you're on the double decker and you're in the front of the double decker, you have that like panorama window. It's not what we're used to. Before the pandemic, they used to give you a sandwich, an apple, and a bottle of water.
Oh, yeah.
But with the pandemic, I think they cut some of that stuff out. Because last time I took the bus, they were like, "Get on the bus."
All right. No refreshments.
A snack pack. I want my snack pack. But I think they were like, "Keep your mask on and sit still."
Is there anyone downstairs? Because I'm going down to the bathroom.
Oh, let me
I'll
check.
bring them up. Yeah.
Anybody down? No, I don't think so. Because I had the chat open.
Oh, okay, cool.
ETN, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for that. You can take the door key.
Okay, cool.
ETN is the bus. Primera Plus was good, and I felt like ETN was better because there's one row with one seat.
Oh, okay.
It's not like what we're used to. I've taken the bus from all the way over from Guadalajara all the way over to San Miguel, maybe 6-hour bus ride or something, and I wouldn't fly. I wouldn't take that distance on a flight because you got to deal with the airport and all this and all that.
Yeah.
Take that 5 or 6 hour bus and be happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, getting around other places makes you understand how much the United States is terrible. It's terrible. Why don't we have a bus? Why don't we have why is the train not accessible? Right? Like Danica, I think Danica is on her way here. Danica lives in Huntsville, Alabama. And the train here, she drove because the train here is like 16 hours.
Yeah, it's a shame that we don't have more of a train. I mean, that was, I think, partly because they wanted to invest in the automobiles.
Absolutely.
But yeah, trains would be so nice. Like in Europe, you can just hop on a train, a couple hours, Paris to London, woo on your way, and it's so comfortable.
It would be so nice. We really messed up. Not we, the white people. White people really messed this place up. Jewel we were talking about that yesterday. Just to be racist, they screwed their own selves, right? Screwed their own selves. Now you got to have a car, right? You got to have gas to go from place to place. When you could step out the door, get on the train, and get off at the place you want to be. But they didn't want to do that because they didn't want black people to be able to step out the door, get on a train, and be at the place they wanted to be. Right. So instead, y'all paying $75 a day for parking. Girl.
It's
ridiculous.
no.
Ridiculous. Yeah. Rose, the Rose refreshing our souls every day says, I took ETN bus from Mexico City to Querétaro. It was amazing and inexpensive. Yes. Right, that's a thing. It's a thing that you're going to like about Mexico. It's much easier to get around than you think it is. It's bigger than you think it is, but easier to get around. Okay, good. Yeah, so Mexico City, maybe sometime in this.
Hopefully next year, 2025. I'm like, I want to make moves. I want this business to flourish.
Yes.
And to make moves.
Good. Okay. Are you coming to my YouTube challenge? Come to my YouTube challenge if you want to.
I'll see.
I started it off as a command or a directive, but then I finessed it.
You're like, if you want to.
I turned it into an invitation. Come to the YouTube Success Challenge. Seriously, so what YouTube has done for me, let me go ahead and give my commercial. What YouTube has done for me is it has given me the, let me go ahead and drop the link before I start talking, because I'm not going to be able to do it after. What YouTube has done for me is it's given me a place to put everything, right? A place to teach what I know.
Yeah.
But more than that, it's given me the people to listen and to learn from, right? YouTube will find your audience for you in a way that no other platform will, right? So you mentioned your Substack. But you got to find every Substack subscriber. Unless, right now, Substack does help other people share your work. Substack does help people share your work. But so does YouTube. And YouTube does an extra thing. YouTube's algorithm knows your business. It knows who other Black women are who are burnt out.
Yeah.
And it can recommend your work to them without you having to have any any connection. They don't. These are people you don't know yet. Just like you know me, you know Rashida, you know us probably because the YouTube algorithm was like, girl, you need this. You need this.
Yes.
Okay, here, let me put some people in front of you because listen, sis, I can see what you're searching. Okay, I can see your search history, girl. You need a break, right? That's a thing that only YouTube does. YouTube and the Amazon recommendations, right? They're the best because they're the nosiest. But you can use that for your advantage in your business when you want to grow your thing, whether it's a business or not. It can be just for fun. When you want to grow your thing, nothing will help you the way YouTube will help you. My YouTube Success Challenge starts on Monday. There's still space available as far as I know. Still space available. It's during the day, but it's for at least an hour, 3 p.m. Eastern Time, Monday through Friday. Join us if you want to hang out with some Black women who want to talk their talk on YouTube and want to get to know other Black women who talk their talk on YouTube. Thank you kindly. Yeah, okay, yeah. I hope that if you want to, I hope you'll join in because when you have an end goal, like I want to move to Mexico, I want to go to Colombia, I want to go right. When you have an end goal, it makes it a little easier for you to do the scary things.
Yeah.
Right. If YouTube is if I'm not saying YouTube has to be a scary thing for you, but if YouTube is a scary thing, having that end goal helps push you along. I was listening this morning to this. Who's that man? That dead man on that dead man. People are always sharing his work on YouTube.
Samuels.
No, girl. Jules said Kevin Samuels. The affirmations man. You know how I always be like, I don't want to learn from white people, but this is the white Neville Goddard. Neville Goddard. You know him? Neville Goddard is one of the people who do The Secret and all that. He's one of the like Louise Hay and Neville Goddard. They were like those first white people who brought that stuff. They learned this stuff from brown people and then they brought it to white people. So even though I say I don't want to learn from white people, I do listen to them sometimes because you can't find the people that they learn from, right? So I was listening to him this morning, and he was just saying that these things that you do are in service of the bigger thing that you have in mind. As we've mentioned, and I didn't want to talk about my book has taken me forever. But I was listening to this today to help get myself back in book mode because these things that we do, writing a book or having a YouTube channel, right? They're in service of these bigger things, and they help propel us to these new things. And I think it's important for us to have a place where we share, but also a place where we share outward, but also a place where people share with us. And that's the thing that YouTube can
connection.
do. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. YouTube, there's no community like YouTube on the internet. It's surprising, but really it's amazing because y'all are here, right? You're here right here.
Yeah. No, I mean, and I mean, amazing resources. I mean, to what we were talking about with Lynette, I've learned so much from your channels, from Rashida's channels, that give me resources, inspiration. I was just watching one of your videos, the income rivers. That was reminding me that it's like, I don't have to go after corporate. I can form my own business. I can do this. So yeah, it's amazing to have that resource.
Yes, listen. YouTube has changed my life literally, and I'm not an exception. I'm not exceptional or special in that way. All right, so YouTube channel starts on Monday. Okay, so friends, we have just a couple of minutes to wrap up this part of our meetup before we go downstairs. Did you see any people downstairs? I did not. Okay. Before we go to the larger meetup downstairs, we have a few more minutes. Is there anything that we need to say?
I wanted to mention it, if it's okay.
Come on up. Come back, Teresa. Friends, re-meet Teresa.
It just adds the beef, the whatever.
The beef.
The thickness.
Yes.
I'm good with it.
It does, but it's the camera. It's
So I created a GPT to help. to help the community. And it was with the community in mind because I wanted to find a way to give back. So I'm into this AI thing. So I'm like, a GPT, oh, that'd be cool. One of the biggest things I hear throughout the Exodus Summit community is, I don't know where to go. You know, I want to go, but I don't know where to go. And then they ask, is it safe over here for Black people?
Right.
Is it safe over there? So I created a GPT, and that's on Chat GPT. It's called Global Gateways. It's free to use, and y'all just use it. And if there's a way to make it better, let me know.
Girl, you know we old. You're gonna have to tell us how to get it.
Break it down step by step.
I'll post a link later because you go to Chat GPT. Well, you could go to Chat GPT and look at the GPT store. It should be in the upper left-hand corner
Okay.
of your chat screen, and then look up Global Gateways, and you should find it. And it will. There's 2 buttons there. It's like, I want to leave the U.S., and then the other one's I want to move somewhere else from outside the U.S. But it should walk you through what's important to you, whether it's, you know, you're single or you're a couple or you have aging parents or whatever. You put that in there, let it know your business, answer the questions, and it should guide you through where you want to go. And if you don't like the choices, I always say, talk to these things like you're talking to somebody else. That just helps it feel less weird.
Okay.
And also it helps you, you know, so I talk my thoughts. So I'm thinking out loud, and I just type it in. So, well, I was thinking this. Well, that sounds good, but I don't know. What about, you know, this? So if you're interested in Africa or you're interested in some place and it doesn't recommend those places to you, just say, what about this place? And then it'll continue and say, well, based on what you told me, is it important to you? Blah, blah, blah. So I developed it to not only suggest places for you, but also help you plan a trip there to explore it. It will help you, once you decide you want to go there, it'll help you develop a plan to move there. And it also help identify communities to plug into. When you get there, it'll help you find a place to live, all that stuff. It's like all in there. Just ask it, if you know, but it should help you start the process to figure out where you want to go. So, yeah, that's for y'all. That's my way of giving back to the community. So have at it.
Thank you. That's amazing. I'm still trying to look for it. So I think I'm in the
Put an S on the end.
Global Gateways.
You found it?
I did. Thank
That's
you.
dope.
Global Gateways.
We're
Okay,
in
I
the
don't
same
have my
group,
glasses
multiple
on.
streams of income. I didn't realize that. You put it in there.
I
didn't
saw
you?
it. Scroll up. There it is right there. Global Gateways.
By Teresa Turner. Okay.
You
Yep.
put it in the group, didn't you? The multiple
Yeah.
streams. I didn't realize that was you. You're that Teresa.
That's me.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Because I
for
did
doing
want
that.
to perimenopause too. If y'all.
That's
Oh,
beautiful.
gosh.
So yeah, have at it. I'm like, y'all use it.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay. So I'm going to find, okay. So I got the link now. I'm going to put it in my thing. I'm going to go ahead and link it. Just give me 1 second. I'm going to go ahead and link to it here. And then, of course, you know, I'll put it in the description later.
Yeah.
Paste it, return.
Did I see Maya? I think Maya's in. We're in the same group after the Exodus Summit. One of the groups that I'm in. I think Maya's in there with me. So hey, Maya.
Hi, Maya. What you're in an accountability group from
Yes,
from this year's
Contracts Are Us is the one that I was
nice.
referring to. It's for contractors. We're fairly small, and we're still getting things together, forming, seeing how we're going to work together and keep each other accountable. Right now, everyone has an action item to not only link to each other on LinkedIn, but also figure out what our goals are. We're going to come back after the election and talk about our goals and how we want to keep each other accountable. And we've also talked about doing a dream board. So yeah,
Good. How many people are in your accountability group? About?
I think there's like 4.
Oh, good.
Well,
That's
we
good
had a
size.
couple people drop out, but
That's
yeah, we're fairly small. Yeah.
That's good size. Yeah. Is that Celeste? Is Celeste in that group?
Yeah, Celeste is in there.
Okay.
Yeah, Celeste is in there.
Good. Yeah. There's accountability groups from the summit this year that are forming up still.
Yeah, I'm in a couple of other ones too.
Yeah, I'm in
Yeah.
one as
Good.
well.
What are you in?
Yeah. I'm in the multiple streams of income, and that's where I didn't realize
Okay.
this was the Teresa that posted that GPT. So it's really cool to put a face to the name. But yeah, we're about 73, 74 of us
I know,
right
it's
now.
big.
It's big. And so we post. And I did want to say something else to that end. I also coach emerging writers. So if you
Okay.
have an idea, you want to be a writer, I'll give you the reel of what the industry looks like. So also, y'all just follow me on LinkedIn. That's all I was gonna say in my close. Let's connect. Lynette Renee Dobie. Let's
Spell
connect.
Dobie?
Oh,
Yeah.
my middle's name Renee too.
Oh, how
One
you
E or
spell
two?
it? One.
One?
Yes.
The one E Renees are together. Spell Dobie, Annette.
Yeah,
Lynette.
sure. Yeah, no worries. It's D's in dog, O, B's in boy, Y. Dobie, the one and only.
Okay. All right. I can't do it. I'll do it. Okay. I'll put it in the. I'll put it in the later.
Thank you. That's totally fine.
Okay.
Thank
Good.
you.
Good. Okay.
And
So-
thanks for the opportunity for sure to be here.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you all for saying yes. Right. Thank
Yeah.
you for saying yes and coming to the pre-meetup meetup. We're going to go downstairs and have light hors d'oeuvres.
Yes.
Go downstairs, get together. I think we're going to have 40 or 50 women here for the
Yeah,
meetup.
51 confirmed.
Oh no, it's gonna. But we're in a private room, so it'll be okay. Originally, the meetup was just going to be in the hotel bar, out with all the people. But we decided we didn't want to be with all the people, so we're going to be in the private room in the restaurant. We're not going to say it here on the YouTube because this is a public place. But if you're inside of the Exodus Summit Facebook group and you're in Atlanta, it's not too late for you to come. Okay, we're going to be down there for the next little bit, doing meetup things, meeting up. Yeah, I think 40 or 50 of us. I'm sorry if you're here and we didn't come and get you downstairs. I didn't see anyone saying that you were here. So the rest of y'all will be downstairs within the next half an hour, and we'll finish go to the next round of the meetup. Some of y'all will keep meeting up all weekend. Not me.
Stephanie's like, y'all go ahead.
Okay. But I know how y'all do. Some of y'all will be meeting up for days and days. I don't leave until Tuesday, so you might see my face again. But some of y'all will be doing things. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thanks, friends. How was this? How did you guys like this? Did you like it? And yeah, I don't think I have anything else to leave you with. Remember to join the challenge if you're coming. If you have your replays to Exodus Summit 2024, watch your replays. You do have the weekend pass replays through November 8th until November 8th. We extended that, so this is not your last weekend with those. But go ahead and watch the replays. If you don't have your replays yet, get your ticket at ExodusSummit.com for those 2024 replays. And then inside of the Facebook group, inside of the Exodus Summit Facebook group, look for the accountability links and get yourself into an accountability group, right? Get yourself some accountability buddies so that you can make progress on the things that you need to be able to take your sabbaticals like these women have, to be able to go abroad, move abroad, to be able to bop around for a while. Make sure that you get some accountability partners to make that a reality for you, okay? Okay, loved it. I thought so. Okay.
We love y'all.
We all agree that
This has
this
been
was
fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sisterhood.
Yes.
It's really nice.
That's right. It's so wonderful to have Black women come together. Sometimes people are like, well, why is this only for Black women? This is why. Really, seriously, this is why. So thank you, friends.
Thank you.
Okay, guys. We'll see you guys again soon. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye.